6 times Drake has gotten sued. Drake is an American rapper and an international superstar. He has dominated the charts for years and rebranded rap music with his own style, making him one of the most. So it only makes sense that a celebrity with this much success has been sued on multiple different occasions. For this list, we'll talk about 6 times Drake has been sued. Tune in because you won't want to miss a minute of this video. Before we start, make sure you click the like button and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Number 6. Drake versus his ex-girlfriend. Let's start off near the beginning of Drake's career. In 2011, Drake released the song Marvin's Room, which quickly became a viral sensation and a hit record. The song featured a woman on a cell phone with the rapper having an intoxicated conversation. That woman was Erica Lee, Drake's ex-girlfriend, and she filed a lawsuit against him as soon as the track began to blow up.
Thank you. Appreciate
Marvin's Room.
Yes.
We threw up the middle finger last night for Erica.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, we threw that middle finger up for Erica. She got the middle finger.
Yeah. Yeah,
Is that hurting? Or annoying?
It's just more probably surprising than anything. I mean, out of nowhere, just because I felt like I dealt with it so cordially.
Lee claimed the two were romantically involved between early 2010 and mid-2011. She also claimed that they had a business relationship at the time, sharing creative ideas about songs and poetry. Lee sued Drake for royalties from the hits that were not shared. Text messages from Drake to his ex-girlfriend supposedly stated, "You basically made that song." Drake's label, Cash Money Records, countered with the claim that she was simply an employee for hire. Litigation seemed to have occurred as a result of the two having a falling out, which happened right after the song was released. It's probably not a coincidence that Lee sued right as the song began to take off. Drake offered her a small percentage of the publishing royalties, between 2 and 5%, and a payment of $50,000 just to drop the claims. At the end of the day, Drake emerged victorious in the situation. It was found that Lee agreed to work on the project for no payment. Number 5. Drake gets sued for $16 million in a club brawl with Chris Brown. In 2012, Drake had a brewing beef with superstar Chris Brown that boiled over in a Manhattan nightclub. But what led to the drama in the first place? This situation also involved a former object of affection, known to the world as singer Rihanna.
What is the situation or the relationship with you and Drake? You know what I'm saying? Like on the real, I know it's got to be, you know, you on stage saying F this, F that, but y'all can coexist. You know what I'm saying?
Of course. I mean, people can coexist.
Because if y'all want to get each other, y'all got enough money to fly and get each other.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
You know, I think it's just I mean, it's not entertaining for me. It's just more me being real, saying what I got to say.
Right.
Like it's not, you know, I ain't out here trying to go at them. I ain't got niggas after them, or I ain't got people after them. You know, it's just we just chilling. I have my differences and he has his. So
right, I heard that. And y'all can coexist.
Absolutely. His music's still hot.
Both Drake and Brown had dated Rihanna in the past. As a result, they were involved in a conflict that ended with bottles being thrown in an upscale nightclub, WIP. Brown was injured, along with NBA star Tony Parker and others. This supposedly started with Drake's entourage confronting Chris Brown on the dance floor as the singer was leaving. The lawyer representing the lawsuit said, quote, "It's their posse, and they're in charge, and to the extent that they could have controlled or dissipated whatever was going on, we don't believe they did." The club lost a deal of its own as a result of the fight, and so they sued Drake and Chris Brown for a whopping $16 million. Talk about a lawsuit. Drake seems to have been upset by how Brown had treated Rihanna. That would explain a heated confrontation in a crowded New York City nightclub. Fortunately for both of these celebrity artists, the lawsuit was tossed out in court for a few different reasons, namely because the brawl occurred next door and not on the actual premises. We're pretty sure that Drake had the right intentions, so it's a good thing that he didn't have to pay up in the form of $16 million. Number 4. Drake is sued over the Ovo Owl pendant. The owl pendant has been the logo for Drake's label and brand since he came into the game. So in 2013, when he was sued by jeweler Baden Incorporated for stealing the Ovo Owl logo, everyone was a bit puzzled. Baden Inc. and the owner, Michael Raphael, claimed that since they had made the $50,000 diamond pendant for Drake, that he did not have the rights to duplicate the piece of jewelry. The lawsuit demanded that the rapper hand over the original pendant and each of the duplicates. Drake countered with some information of his own. He stated that the original design was over 5,000 years old and that the jeweler didn't own it. Rather, the design is based on Egyptian hieroglyphs. He makes a pretty good point here. It's also worth noting that the jeweler at the time had another lawsuit open against Drake for owing him $76,000. Drake had brought him on board as a consultant for OVO to focus on brand direction and photography for a monthly salary of $39,000. Except Drake would soon stop paying. It definitely seems like there's a little bit of a vendetta going against the rapper here. That can happen when you're a celebrity and you make a good amount of money. This suit ultimately ended with them settling for an undisclosed amount, so it looks like we'll never know whether Drake had to pay or not. Number 3. Drake is sued for stealing lyrics and settles for $100,000. In 2014, Drake didn't get so lucky. This time, he was on the receiving end of an accusation by rap pioneer Rappin' Forte. He claimed that the verse Drake dropped on YG's single Who Do You Love was a direct ripoff of lyrics from the 1994 hit song Players Club.
Now, a person from his past who had issues with him before is now coming back to say, remember I ghost wrote for Aubrey too, and I'm talking about Rappin' Forte. You might not know him, he's a old school rapper. However, when Drake did the song with YG called Who Do You Love, Drake basically rapped his entire verse. Go back and watch it. There's many videos on YouTube of how Drake rapped Rappin' Forte's verse. Now, a lot of people said, is that biting or paying homage? A lot of people said, okay, he's paying homage.
Rappin' Forte was clearly upset about the whole situation, and rightfully so. Drake did the right thing here by sending over a $100,000 gift with the intention to make amends. Sources say that he did indeed solve the problem. Drake wasn't actually involved in a lawsuit this time, and that's probably because he took the correct initiative. Forte seemed to no longer have any issue with the verse after the gift was sent over to him. We all know that hip-hop culture promotes respecting your elders. What better way to show respect than by sending over a large amount of money? Number 2. Drake is sued for getting a producer beat up. Drake is clearly no stranger to lawsuits, but he definitely knows how to handle them. In 2016, a lawsuit was filed against him by his former producer, Detail. The claim was that Drake set Detail up for a physical beating, all because the producer supposedly didn't agree to the offer the rapper had made a few years earlier. Detail was invited at 2 a.m. to Drake's home in Calabasas, under the impression that they would be discussing potential future work. Instead, he was met by Drake's bodyguard, Chubbs, who promptly hit him and broke his jaw, reportedly questioning the producer, saying, quote, "Do you think Drake is soft?" This left Detail in the hospital where he had several surgeries. Drake claims that his bodyguard acted in self-defense. Detail wanted unspecified damages for the attack, some of them to cover his medical bills. Strangely enough, the producer never showed up for his trial and Drake emerged victorious once again. Maybe he found out he's just better off dropping the issue and moving on. It seems difficult to win against Drake in the courtroom, or win against Drake, period. He has a knack for finding a way to cut his losses. That is, even if he takes any losses in the first place. Number 1. Drake is sued for stealing In My Feelings and Nice For What beats. Fast forward to today, and Drake is being sued for stealing the beats to In My Feelings and Nice For What. A New Orleans musician by the name of Sam Scully has accused the Toronto rapper of using samples without permission. This can be quite an accusation. His lawsuit claims that Drake took a beat from his 2000 song, which was called Roll Call. That was used for the song In My Feelings, according to Scully. Then he also says that Nice For What samples another one of his own beats. In addition, Scully is also suing artist Big Frida, who is featured on Nice For What. Other defendants in the lawsuit include Asylum Records, Cash Money, and Republic Records. In My Feelings stayed at the top of the charts for a long 8 weeks. These tracks were a part of Drake's Scorpion album, another successful piece in his big catalog. According to the credits, the hit record was co-produced by Trap Money Benny, in-house producer Noah 40 Shabib, and Black and Mild. Are Scully's claims true? We've yet to find out. But if history has shown us, Drake probably already has a plan in place to protect himself from these allegations. It seems like he always figures out a way to get rid of these problems and avoid litigation. He's no stranger to the courtroom. It wouldn't be a total shock if Drake had legal problems in the future. But like any successful person, chances are that he'll probably have a solution for this dilemma too. So there you have it, 6 times that Drake has gotten sued. This video has definitely shown us that lawsuits come with success, and that individuals with status deal with them on a more frequent basis. We're glad that Drake knows how to deflect some of these, and we're also glad that he knows when to pay up if he needs to. If you've enjoyed this video, make sure you click the like button. Also, subscribe to our channel for more great stuff like this.